Hey everyone, Nick here. Hope you guys are doing well. And today, let's talk about social media platforms and the so-called influencers that dominate them. I think that on a large part, these social media tools are ones of incredible potential. They can bring us closer together, they can help us keep in contact with friends that we haven't seen in a while, and most importantly, they help us not feel alone. And I think when used rightly, these tools are amazing. They are beautiful and they can really help a lot of people. But unfortunately, the opposite has been happening. And the reason why I think this is happening is because of the people that dominate these platforms in terms of follower count and influence. They have put forth gross standards of beauty and success and wealth and just general negativity, so that when people consume their content, they don't feel inspired or motivated, but they just simply feel worse about themselves. Just because you have followers, it doesn't mean anything. A lot of really bad people in the world have had tons of followers that were behind them. I don't need to point you beyond the last 100 years of world history to prove that point. So today, let's talk about the idea of social media influencers and why misusing their reach is one of the biggest problems in today's society, and why when used rightly, we can make some impressive and amazing changes. Let's start today by looking at a lot of these social media influencers, many of whom have over 1 million followers under their belt. And what do we see when we look at their content? Is it educational or funny or particularly inspiring? Does it make us more caring or humane, or does it grow us in some way? Often no. What we instead see is this flaunting of money and wealth and these gross and unrealistic standards of beauty and success. And we know that because these people are using editing softwares and just throwing stuff around or hiring people to do stuff for them. And so we have these very unrealistic standards that we push out to people, and they think that it's attainable, that we can do this, that anyone can live a life like this. And when we consume that content and keep scrolling, it just makes us feel worse about ourselves. And this is what I have a problem with. Sure, you may be an influencer, but are you using your platform to spread positivity, understanding, education, or comedy? No, and I'm sure that there are a lot more positive things that you can even throw into that bucket. All I'm saying is don't use it to spread negativity and hate and just flex on people or make it seem that you're living a better life than everyone else in the world. When we derive a sense of worth based off of how we're doing compared to other people, then we're putting our happiness in a variable that is completely beyond our control. And I know that seems like an almost instinctual part of human nature, but think of it this way. Social media platforms today are dominated by content that seeks to worsen this issue, not make it better. And instead of seeing 100 posts a day of cars, money, fame, influence, partying, so on and so forth, what if instead we saw 100 posts of educating material, people helping each other, charity work, comedy, short films, skits about happiness, so on and so forth? That, I think, could be pretty revolutionary. We could wield the same part of human nature where we try and derive our sense of worth from what other people are doing and be inspired by it, be motivated by it, instead of looking at pictures of fame and money and people driving fancy cars and partying and doing all this cool stuff and then feel worse about ourselves. Tons of mental health studies have showed that people who passively scroll these platforms and consume negative or superficial content feel worse about themselves. But what if we flip that? We could turn a mechanism of unhappiness into a medium of positive change and growth. What if instead of logging onto Instagram and seeing tons of pictures that flaunt money and wealth, you saw tons of pictures and videos that talk about the importance of spreading positivity and love and understanding? Wouldn't we be much happier as a result due to the same exact reasons that we're so unhappy right now? My ultimate piece of advice is this. If you are a social media influencer, or really just anyone who uses these platforms, really think deeply about what it is that you're influencing people to do. If you're about to post that picture or video just so you can be cool, or wear nice clothes, or flex on everybody else, or talk about how much money you're making, then maybe think twice about doing so. But if you're doing it to spread a positive message, or to help people, or to make them laugh, or experience some sort of important emotion that you think is very valuable, then by all means go for it. The choice ultimately is yours, but think of it this way. Paint a picture for yourself where everyone who uses social media, or everyone who has influence on a platform like that, is doing it for the right reasons. Wouldn't we all love to be a part of it? Wouldn't we be thrilled at the prospect of going to this ecosystem that's positive, focused on growth and becoming a better person, and not loading ourselves up with superficiality and all of these material constraints and becoming a worse person overall. With that, I will leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so appreciative of your viewership. If you guys like this video, let me know down below in the comment. Consider subscribing to my newsletter, following me on Instagram or Twitter, and most importantly, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me grow. But I will always see you guys in the next one.